Welcome back, everybody. We are going into the final hour of today's episode of RollPlay Nebula Jazz. It's partly my fault, but Sam, you're a bad person. That poor little penguin. No, it's not, he's a bad person. He was cheating on his wife anyway with one of the other penguins.
We didn't know that. You didn't say that. We have no evidence.
All right, fair.
We didn't know that.
Fair.
You can't just tell us that now.
So we fade back in on the inside of Cthulhu's shop again, and Cthulhu is talking to someone. We can hear him in the background. We never actually get to see him. We just see the inside of the shop. It's obviously closed and dark. The door's shut, but we can hear him talking, and he's saying like we hear half of a conversation. He's like, yes, I'm sure. Yes, the scepter. I know. I don't know how they got a hold of it. Some warship, I think. I've already sent you everything that I. Yes. I understand. Please. This slime is my friend. No, I understand. Yes, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. And then you hear like the click of an audio device being shut off. And then we see Cthulhu, and he's got an empty glass and a bottle with alien writing on it. And he pours a glass of something and takes a shot and looks kind of forlornly at the bottle and shakes his cone head and takes another drink. It fades out, and we fade in on this is later. This is you in your room, and you've all woken up from a rest, and in the central hub of the room, there's a media display. So there's a little like hologram, and it's playing like a kind of a trashy news broadcast, like a Entertainment Tonight kind of thing. And there's a woman reporter, and she's very much like a Star Trek looking alien. Like she's a human, but she's green and has like a bumpy forehead. And behind her in the scene, there's a still picture of a very handsome Mingasi Imperial. He has a strong jawline, long pointed ears, gold skin, these beautiful blue eyes, and he's got his silver hair like tied back. And it's obviously like a stock photo of him. And underneath it says High Prince Novarius. And she's saying in the display, we kind of catch it mid sentence, and she says. Fact or rumor, it remains to be seen, but folks all over the station have been reporting spottings of someone who might be the High Prince Novarius. What is he doing on the station? No one knows. Perhaps this is tied to, and the picture of him changes, and we see a very blurry image of a woman of the same species. But she's got a trench coat on with the collar pulled up, and she's got sunglasses on, she's trying to go incognito. And it's like, this could be tied to rumors that the High Prince has a mistress, and perhaps they're meeting on the station. Lascivious stuff. Stay tuned for more information. And then somebody who's watching changes the channel, so it flickers out. And the group of you are in the lobby, or the little hub of your room. And Eugene, the room phone starts to ring.
Okay, I pick it up, but the longer that I hold the receiver, it slowly sinks into my body.
So do you have to form an ear and a mouth to put it up to?
I basically I can hear and I can speak and I can see. I can't smell very well, but I don't need to put anything in a certain place in order to do those things.
Right. Okay.
Your lip and ear just moves along with it.
Yeah. They just kind of follow it wherever it goes.
I'm just imagining a rotary phone, someone holding it up to a thing of Jell-O. It's for you.
Yeah, it's basically what it looks like.
All right. So it's the front desk, and the front desk, the concierge is call for you. Would you like me to connect it?
Absolutely, my good man. A woman, or you know what? Whatever you identify as. I hope you have a great day.
Yes, sir. And there's a couple of clicks, and then you hear Cthulhu on the other side. You can hear the sort of sounds of his shop in the background.
Cthulhu, buddy, is that you?
Yeah, he says, yes, Eugene. I have good news. We found a buyer for you.
Wow, so fast! Look at you, big man, huh?
Yes. Well, don't say that I never do anything for you. I've been working through the night, calling all my contacts, and I think I've found someone who can get you a very, very good deal on this artifact that you've discovered. Now, you need to be careful. This person doesn't want to be known for their business, and it's a bit unorthodox. You're going to have to meet them somewhere strange, but you can wire me my commission when you're done. I'm going to transfer you an address. It's a hotel, bit of a bad part of town, but with the crew you travel with, I'm sure you'll be just fine.
You sure you don't want to come, buddy?
Oh, no, I have to watch the shop. I need to reorganize some of my inventory today. Yeah, so, yes, I'm transferring it now. Good luck. Let me know how it goes.
All right. Well, thanks, buddy. You have a great day.
Yeah, and so he hangs up, and by way of the ship, your little data pad. I think Rex, you have it. The data pad like beeps, and it says like new upload, and it has an address on it. It's an address in one of the oldest parts of the station, one of the parts that was built first. And it looks like, whether it's still a hotel or not, it looks like originally it was a place called the Hotel Mulray, and it's deep mid station, down in the bad part of town.
Sorry.
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say I hang up and immediately turn to everybody and I'm like, all right, something's weird. Just want you guys to know something's weird, but we have a buyer.
What do you mean weird? What is that?
Look, I've never known this guy to not come to a meetup. I think there's something weird. Either our buyer is somebody who's very unorthodox, makes him a little nervous, or I don't know, man. I just have a feeling.
So based on the TV thing, what information would I be able to gather from the prince disappearing and all that? Can we gather anything from that?
I mean, it was just it's just gossip, right? Like,
it's all just like, okay, it's just gossip.
Yeah, she was just like, people have been spotting someone who looks like the High Prince, and he's here in this station, and it's so lascivious. What would he be doing in such a it would be like someone spotting the King of England in.
But would it be unreasonable
like 10
that
years?
I know that we have a weapon that they used to have, and he's been possibly spotted?
It's not them.
The Mangasi, wasn't that their weapon that we made, that my planet made, though?
Yeah, like the Mangasi worked with your people to create a super weapon to kill their enemies.
But that wasn't their weapon. That was the
Aragon
or Aragara, whatever, Argara.
Yeah, the Agara thing that you're carrying around, nobody knows what it does yet. You just know it's valuable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Ken looks at the group and holds up his thermos and goes, "Strawberry shortcake."
Is that, you do some research? Huh? Find out what's going on there?
He rubs a claw across the title on the thing and goes, "Strawberry shortcake."
It's very beautiful. I'm so glad you're happy.
I trust him.
Good job. You can read.
Yeah, I completely trust the man. I don't think there's anything suspicious because he gave me strawberry shortcake.
Rex just shrugs at the logic and just kind of like hits the address on the data pad, and you see like a sat nav type GPS pop up, and he's like, "Let's get going then, shall we?"
All right, I'm just saying, we don't do anything, keep the merchandise hidden until we're actually making the exchange. Be on your guard, all of that kind of stuff. Just don't let it drop. You understand? We good? Okay, let's go.
I've already left. I left
we've actually, as you're saying this, we've all started walking out the door.
While you're all walking by me, I'm like, oh, all right, we're going. Okay.
All right. Cool. Okay. So how do you get there? Right. The station has these big central elevators that move you up and down, but there's still a lot of terrain to move around the outside rings. You can take the local equivalent of a cab. There's like a transit system that moves you around. Basically, do you want like a private vehicle, or do you take the shuttle, like the Mag train?
Oh no, yeah, we take the crappiest mass transit there is.
Yep.
Okay.
Because we don't have any more money because we spent it all on.
With a giant 8-foot lizard in fucking robes, just sat there on the tiniest subway train.
Crammed in a seat, yes.
And we're all just crammed together like this.
Yeah.
Holding a tiny jar. Meanwhile, there's this a really depressed pregnant woman staring at me, waiting for me to give my seat. But I'm like, strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, totally. So when you get on the train is a kind of like, a decently nice, in this part of town, like a nice kind of ivory colored tram with colorful seats and like hollow ads and stuff when you get on. So we see you get in the train, the doors close. And then the train that pulls up and opens is like a subway car from, mid 70s New York. Like it's just covered in graffiti and the windows are all scratched and the doors open and you're the only ones left in this like the flickering light of the car, and you get out. And the station, and by extension the neighborhood, it's like a gutter that people live in. There's water flowing down the walls from the condensation engines that keep the I think it's probably this neighborhood is like underneath all the gardens that produce oxygen for the system. So yeah, there's all this like condensation of fluid. You're walking through these puddles of kind of oily water. People are sleeping under like tarps and stuff, and you see a lot of kind of wary like looks as you go by. I think you walk past a dark alley, and we see like two yellowish eyes staring out at you, and then like a cluster of other like yellow eyes like open up.
Sure.
And they watch you go by, and it's real clear that you're in a bad neighborhood. So I'm gonna create a new aspect for the scene called Bad Neighborhood. How do Americans spell this word? There we go. So you'll notice it doesn't have the little boxes next to it. That's because it's an aspect that anyone can tag, but it does cost points to tag it.
Right.
Okay. So we would have to use one of our little medallions to.
Yeah, you'd have to use a fate point if you wanted to use it. Yeah, cool. Exactly. So you get out into this bad neighborhood, and you start heading towards the Hotel Mulray, and I think that behind you we see a group of people that are following you. They've gotten off the train, several cars behind, and are making their way towards you. Now these guys aren't dressed like gangsters. They're dressed more like space pirates. So they have like flight suits. And as we see them, one of them like looks back, and we can see the glint of his cybernetic optics, and they're following you towards the hotel. So Rex, how are you feeling about the safety and security of this environment? Right, like you're quite penned in. There's a lot of unfamiliar faces around. What do you look like in this moment?
Rex is a brave guy. He's not. This doesn't really faze him. This situation. He's been in a lot worse. So he's pretty cool. He's got a pretty cool head and shoulders right about now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You still got a nice good meal of penguin in you. That'll last you a little while too.
Oh,
so
very full belly. Very
you're
full
focused.
Belly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm at 110 right now.
Okay. Cool.
I can say that like I have Doge already scanning the area. Just
can't name it that.
Keeping a lookout. No, it's Sparky.
It's Sparky. Yeah.
Sparky. Sparky's scanning the area already.
Okay. Do you want to try to do that? You want to?
Oh, should we do an actual? Yeah.
Yeah, you
can do that.
You can take an action. Sure.
Okay.
Why don't you? Let's have you try to create an advantage, and we'll figure out what it is when you roll. So yeah, create an advantage. You're doing this carefully, and I think.
Yeah.
It seems like careful, right? Because you're being aware of your situation, like taking it all in. Yeah, let's have you roll that. I'm gonna say difficulty is 4. It's an unfamiliar place. Ooh, okay, all right.
Oh, no.
So if you fail,
Dang
I'm gonna. You can spend, but it's gonna cost you a lot. Which I don't think you have enough to spend fate points to get up to what you need. So if you fail,
points, so I can get up to it, can't I?
You go from -1 to 1. And then you could go to 3, and you need a 4.
Oh, I was scrolled up. I thought I got a 2. Okay.
Nope.
Never mind.
All right.
You could re-roll everything, though, right?
You could also. That would be the other
to.
alternative. You can re-roll, yeah, because you got 3 minuses and a plus. Do you have an aspect you want to use a fate point on, or do you want to just take the fail?
What happens if I fail again?
So if you fail, basically I get to create an aspect and can use it against you once for free.
You have.
Um,
Oh, you've got 2. I see.
Yeah, Quinn's the one who's loaded.
But I could re-roll and fail again. So
Yes, you
Right,
could just roll
so-
and fail. Yep.
Now you're trying to just have your dog scan the area.
he's scanning the area
Scanning-
for threats,
scanning
but
for
also he's scanning for threats, but also I would say any AI in the area. So he's scanning for 2 different reasons. What kind of AI is in the area, but also what kind of is anyone threatening? So, bodyguard guy would arguably be deemed as threatening. So
Do you wanna try to reroll?
yeah, I'm gonna try and reroll.
Okay, so you're using Sparky to reroll.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
That's the
Sparky to reroll.
I believe in you.
Good luck.
I'm scared. I have to find the page.
You can do it.
Oh,
Damn
no.
it! No, we still failed.
Not better. Okay.
Okay. No.
Can
All
I
right.
can I use one of mine to compel her to do something?
Well, the failure stands, and then we can move on to the next mechanical thing. In which case,
Right,
yes,
right.
you
This
can-
is
you
this
can do
is
it
a
for fun.
follow up to her
Yeah,
massive failure.
Massive terrible failure. So you
Catastrophic fuck up.
Catastrophic.
Come on,
failed.
guys.
you failed, but there's no failing with style. So I'm gonna create a new aspect, and I'm gonna call it Perfect
Dang
place.
it, Sparky.
we're gonna call it perfect place for an ambush, and
Oh.
I get to invoke it for free, one time if I want to, yeah. And so all you get out of this is like you look around and you realize like, yeah, this would be a great place if somebody wanted to jump us. This would be a great place for that to happen. And it's really more a realization of doom than a like, now we're prepared for an ambush. Because otherwise it could have been like scanned for danger, but instead
I got a
it's
bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to compel against that, if I may. And I want to compel your happy-go-lucky mechanic of Alexitron, and that you don't have a bad feeling about this. You're fine. You are happy and go lucky.
In fact,
and this is you're
That's
just
not
like
an emotion you possess.
yeah, you're just
Because
like
you're a robot.
Robo girl.
yeah, you're just like your dog doesn't figure anything out, but you don't notice because you're like, this place, look at this. This is way different than what I'm used to. How exciting.
yeah, I like
You are
that.
not
the
afraid
Just take
at
it
all.
all in. I can't
Like-
wait to tell mom and dad
You're
about
not
this.
afraid at all. You love it.
Yeah. So do you want to? Here's the thing. So you can.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
You realize like Sparky realizes there's something like dangerous about this, and like maybe you should stop and look around and maybe tell Rex there's danger. But Jesse wants to compel you to just be like, it's fine, everything's great.
So even despite like Sparky maybe whimpering and all that, I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, this is great. This is
Yeah.
oh my god, that could be so
Absolutely.
bad.
So you can take Quinn's fate point, or you can say, no, I'm going to resist that compel. In which case you lose the point you have, and Quinn keeps his, and then you can
Take
like tell Rex
that
about it.
point. Take that point.
This is so hard because this could be so bad for us.
Could
I
be
mean,
very-
Don't you want this
so
point?
here's your 2 choices. Either you try and save the group, thereby losing a point, thereby allowing yourself to fall victim to Adam's manipulation, or you just do this, take the point, and then we probably get ambushed later on. Either way,
But you'll have 2
You'll have 2 points instead of
fate
Yeah,
points.
we'll have
so
2
we're-
fate
it's
points.
Instead of
fine.
0, you'll have 2, which it's a good deal. It's a good deal.
Okay,
Plus, it's
I'm
great
gonna-
for the story.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take the point, guys.
All right, you take the
I'm gonna
compel.
take the point.
So what does that look like for Aurora? Like Sparky looks around, does the scan, and then kind of like whimpers at you and like looks up nervously, and his little ears go down. And then what do you do? Show us how you're too happy-go-lucky to notice or care.
Oh my gosh, Sparky. I already gave you oil earlier. Just stop it. Stop your whining. This place is great. This is so great. I'm so happy to be here right now. And I kind of have like this very like wide-eyed like I'm happy but like also sort of like going monotone as I'm just staring at everything and all the people. And as I like walk by this like giant like buff-looking guy that's just like locked on me, I stare like the whole time with a smile.
Yeah, totally. Some hulking creature like clothed in rags like bumps you out of the way and it's like grr, and you like look at him like, wow.
This is great.
All right, cool. Awesome. Okay. So the group of you just continue on your way, and I think that you come to like an intersection, and Rex, your little GPS like device is flickering and it goes out, and you see you see the little like contact customer service like image appear, like we're experiencing technical difficulties, and yeah, now you're like turned around in the underground.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, piece of junk, and it's not working. Just put it in my pocket, and I'm like, I guess I think it was that way. Well,
Okay.
try asking the dog, maybe. Little help, yeah, Oi,
And I'm still like this, like I'm still just staring, like, and I don't even hear you say anything. I'm just like staring at like all the people and.
What do you mean it's not working? What's happening? Let me see it. And I stretch myself up to look over his shoulder.
Yeah. All right. So while the three of you are like looking at this thing and kind of arguing about it, Quinn, you hear like footsteps coming out behind you, the way you came, like someone from the direction that you came in, and when you turn. You see a familiar, an unwelcome and familiar face. It is Captain Slipknot and his space jackers, and they're walking towards you in like slow-mo, like villain mode, where he's just like staring at you, his like metallic eyes glistening in the light, and he's got a sneer on his face, like we have you now, and is like walking towards you. And they're not drawing weapons or anything, but he's giving off this impression of like, finally my prey is in my grasp.
how many people is he with?
I think there's 4 of them.
Also
him
in
and-
slow-mo, I
Yeah.
put strawberry shortcake down my pants. And you gotta protect those things. They're valuable. I put it down my pants and just like reach over and sort of like slap the blob and try to get their attention as these guys come at us.
What? And I
And as I turn around, I see them walking towards it. I'm like, oh, look! As the people like intimidatingly walk towards us, but I'm not even affected by it.
I like the idea that Eugene was like just trying to get up on my shoulder to see the data pad, and you just smack him off onto the floor. It's like he spent like 10 seconds getting up there, and then you just like, and he just like hits the ground.
I like whip. I whip a face.
I mean, you wouldn't even have to
look.
you
It
wouldn't
sounds so creepy, by the way.
you wouldn't even have to move. You wouldn't have to move your face from one side of your body to the other.
It would just like fade out,
Suck it,
and then
suck it in and stick it out the other side.
And I see them, and I the sort of like liquid aspect of my body sort of just freezes a bit. And I go,
Mhm.
hey, you guys see this coming on over here?
Yeah, so as it gets closer, you can see that the Captain Slipknot is holding a like an Agaran disintegrator pistol, which is a weapon known to both kill viciously and cause the maximum amount of harm while killing you. It's a very expensive gun, and he's holding one in his hand as he's walking towards you. He's still about like 10 meters off, and he sees that you've seen him, and he sneers and like picks up his pace a little bit.
Rex hasn't turned around, but he just like sniffs and just counts 5, and then just kind of like looks over his shoulder.
Okay. So he stops, Slipknot and the Space Jackers, they stop, and Slipknot looks at you, Quinn, and he says, he's like, Quinn, we meet again. And he like
Wait,
sneers. You can see he's got like
You know this guy?
3 gold teeth.
Oh, good. You're friends. Excellent. Hi. Good to meet you.
Quinn grabs, like with one of his hand, grabs up the blob and grabs Eugene off the ground and goes, we should run. And just like bolts off to the left and runs as fast as he can. While his blob is like dangling out of his claws.
Like flapping. Like, where are we going?
Okay, so as Quinn is, you're like, this is a bad time. Come with me, Eugene. Let's get out of here. Rex, you see these guys approaching. I would like to offer you a compel, Rex. I would like to compel your compellingly heroic. You're not gonna run from some space jackers. These guys are they're a bunch of barnacles. They're nothing to be afraid of. Don't worry, Donnie. These men are cowards.
They have a disintegrator blaster pistol
Disintegrator.
that will destroy you. We got nothing. I don't know that you have a gun. Do you have a gun?
I have a gun.
I have a
Well,
robo-dog.
Good luck, buddy. Good luck. I'm taking this blob. We're getting the hell out of here.
I'm offering you a compel, Rex. You can take it, or you can lose that fate point that you have.
I'll take it.
All right. Okay. So while Eugene, and Quinn, you're gonna run. Aurora, what are you gonna do?
Oh God. Oh, I'm still just in my like happy-go-lucky phase, but obviously Sparky's detected danger, so he's went into super dog mode already with the spikes hanging out and everything, and he's barking at them. So I guess I just sit there.
Okay.
Can I? How do I activate a stunt?
So once per session, because your stunt is it's not like Quinn and Rex's stunt. Your stunt is a once per session one. So you just tell me like I'm gonna use my stunt.
I'm gonna use my stunt.
Okay.
I'm gonna part of me sees that the other two aren't really moving, and I know, because I know this stupid dude. I know that it's Rex who's just not wanting to leave. I'm gonna activate my once per session and pull any one teammate out of danger.
So is it gonna be Aurora or Rex?
I'm gonna grab Rex because I think that once all of us are like leaving, Aurora's gonna be like, "Oh shit," and follow us. But Rex won't.
All right. Well,
He's
Rex,
a stupid piece of shit. So I'm gonna.
Rex, you took the compel. You got to fight back. Eugene is trying to drag you away from what's going to be a perfectly good fight.
And I see. Can I see that Eugene's trying to pull Rex away?
Oh, I imagine everyone would see that.
Yes,
so I'm just like,
yeah.
My body's basically stretched to its limits. I'm like, I've whipped like little arms out and I've grabbed his legs and I'm trying to like pull him along with us.
So you just see like my face just goes to like a frown really quick, and I'm like, oh no, these aren't good guys. And I just like turn around and bolt. And you see Sparky kind of just like he runs after me but stops to turn around like where we're like to do like a cutoff and wait for Rex. So
Rex hasn't like looked that way yet, but he can feel like this little slime tentacle like trying to pull his face, and he's just like, "What are you doing, Eugene?"
The slime that's like up against your body turns into a mouth and it says, "Trying to save your dumb ass. Now let's go."
All right. So I think that Quinn, when you turn to run, Captain Slipknot points at you and he says to the other space jackers, he's like, "Don't let the lizard get away," and they like run off after you. Let's go through in order and see what everybody's doing.
Okay.
So the space jackers quickly have one. Slipknot's pretty quick. So
are there any robots nearby?
So
Wait,
Rex,
Go on.
it's Rex. We'll let you go first. And you've got Eugene's tentacles on you, like holding you back, trying to like pull you away. But this captain guy, this space jacker, he's like bringing his pistol up to fire it at you.
Is it just him now, or the rest chasing?
The rest are gonna chase. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I just do the same thing. I go for a quick draw.
Okay. So you're gonna have to use your action to fight Eugene off first, because Eugene is like tentacles all over you.
All right.
So the two of you are gonna.
I only set on his legs. I've got tentacles around his legs, like trying to pull him.
I'm not moving.
So his
I'm
arms
just
are
gonna.
free.
I'm gonna just fucking pistol this guy.
Run away, Sam. No. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Okay. Well, since you both have a 3, let's do a versus roll to see. Because you're trying to quick draw each other, so he's gonna try
I
to shoot
actually
you.
have
Try to shoot him.
5.
What's that? Oh yeah, because you're. Explain why. I know
Because
why.
I am the apex predator of the galaxy, I get +2 when I quickly attack when engaged in one-on-one combat.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. So I'll let you go first. So your sharkanoid instincts kick in and you just blast out at him. Go ahead and make that roll. He's gonna try and quickly dodge out of the way.
It's an 8.
Whoa, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good roll. Okay. So He's got a +3. Let's see how he does. All right, so I only got a 2. I'm going to spend one of my fate points to invoke one of his aspects to bring that up to 4. So you do him 2. You do him 2 damage.
4 damage.
I spent a point. So right, because you're 8, not 6.
I'm an 8. Does that mean I get a new aspect too? Because it's a 4-point lead.
No, for an attack. An attack, it's just you're dealing lots more damage. So you do 4 total, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not a goon like those other guys were. So he actually has his own boxes. So I've got to fill in some stress boxes and take a consequence.
Oh, nice.
So I've got to account for 4. So I'll fill in his 3 and his 1 box to use up those 4. So Rex, you draw quickly, you fire at him. You don't hit him because he just takes stress, but he dodges out of the way and you blast a hole in his like duster, his black coat. And then he's gonna shoot at you. So he's gonna roll plus his quickly. He fires back with his disruptor. I got a bunch of 0s, so I've got a 3. I'm gonna spend I'll spend another point to reroll that. Hopefully it'll be better. Let's see, better than 3. 2. Great.
Of course.
Good stuff. Bad luck for him. All right, so he's firing at you. You got to defend. How do you defend from getting shot at? I think the thing is with your legs tangled up, you're not as mobile as you were. You're not going to be able to use quickly in this situation to dodge out of the way.
Okay. I'm gonna have to guess. I'm gonna have to dodge forcefully and break out of the grasp of little Eugene, who's at this point a hindrance.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna defend forcefully. So go ahead and roll your forceful. Okay. So you got 1. Do you want to? I'm actually gonna spend my my use of perfect place for an ambush to bump me up to 3. Do you want to spend any? Do you want to spend any of your points on defense?
Yeah, I'll spend a fate point to invoke my cartilage skeleton.
Okay.
Allowing me to move a little quicker, get out of the dodge, and so that gives me 3 as well.
Okay. I've got enough that I can spend 1 more. So I'll do that. And I'll invoke one of his aspects. Cool. So it's up to 2. Unless you want to spend another one, you've got to account for 2 rays to deal with.
2 damage.
So you either fill in your 2 box or you can take a 2-point complication.
I will fill in the 2 box.
Okay. All right. So same thing. You both take some strain. The weapons fire back and forth, and now Quinn, it is your turn.
Actually, can I go before Quinn?
Yeah. You two can decide what order you want to go in.
The first, I think, are any of these guys AI, or is there AI around us at all?
No, these guys are all they're all.
And there's absolutely no robots around us, or any
his
sort of
eyes.
AI?
His eyes are robotic, yeah.
Yeah, he's cybernetic eyes. That's true.
Because my stunt is that I can hack when I feel threatened.
Yeah. Now, if you want to, there's a way that you can kind of get around this. It'll require 2 actions, but you could create an advantage instead and be like, hey, that guy's a robot. Could be the advantage, right? And then that gives you a narrative excuse. We've established in the fiction one of them is a robot. Then you can use your stunt.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll try to I'll do that. I'll realize that guy is part robot.
The other thing that you can do too is that this can be a team action. So
yeah,
Quinn could make that roll to be like, that guy's a robot. Then you could go.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Like deciding who goes when and who creates advantages for whom is all. It's all part of the strategy, right?
That might be a good Eugene thing.
I mean, yeah, I'll go because it makes sense story-wise that I would.
You would know.
As Eugene is like, what are we doing? Oi, right? I will.
Yeah, it's me. There I am.
Eugene
yeah. I place up against a wall undercover and sort of grab Aurora too and sort of push her back there, and I'm like, we can't fight them. His eyes, they see everything.
And I go, light bulb.
All right. So you wanna make a create advantage roll here. And so create advantage allows you to create new situation aspects or discover existing situation aspects or character aspects you didn't know about. So like when I'm taking my turn, every time when I spend a fate point and I'm like, I use one of his aspects, you don't know what that is, so you can't compel it or anything. But taking this action will allow you to, and I have one that I know of that I can tell you about for this guy, but you got to roll first. So the difficulty here, I think, what approach are you using for this?
Me?
Yeah.
I would assume it would be careful.
Yeah,
right?
careful or clever both sound like they fit here.
What about careful? Because I have a 2 in that and I have a 0 in clever.
Yeah.
What about that one?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, like I said, if they both seem like they fit, then that's cool. Yeah, go ahead and roll that. What did I say? Difficulty 4. Okay. All right. Well, you got lots of fate points. Do you want to spend any of them?
Sure. I imagine. Can I proactive? That's not the word I want to use. Whatever word I'm looking for.
Preemptive.
Preemptive. Thank you. Proactive. Just clean my face up. If there's, is there any way, because we've established it in the story now that I'm a former crew member of this pirate.
Yes.
Can I add that as an aspect and say,
yes, you're doing exactly the right thing?
I would know this guy. I would know about this guy because I live with and like work with this guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
you can because you still have aspect slots available. You could just throw in an aspect that's like, yeah, former space jacker under Captain
Done.
Slipknot, and then you can be like, oh, of course I know this guy, and you can invoke that one. Yeah.
Yes, I would love to do that, and I need a 4.
Yes. So you need to invoke two different.
Yeah, I want to re-roll that. So, I guess what we would say is because I was this Space Guardian, I had to become a former space jacker, so that's why I would know about this guy's stuff. Yeah.
Yes, this is all that backstory shit. So
Yeah.
okay, so you'll spend 2 points total.
Mhm.
1 to reroll. So roll again and then add 2 to whatever your result is.
Shit,
All right.
look at that.
Yeah,
Nice.
you got a 6. So when you succeed with style, you discover the aspect, and you or any ally can invoke it twice for free. So I'm gonna give you one of his aspects, and that is, let's see, what should we call this? More machine than man. And you get two free shots on him with it. Plus, we've just established it in the fiction as something that you know about this character. And I'm gonna write that down because that's going on his character sheet.
Nice.
And this is the captain guy? Captain
Yes.
Slipknot? Captain Slipknot?
Yep.
He's got really cool white guy dreadlocks.
Oh my god, the best.
I'm just imagining one of those guys from The Matrix on the highway.
Oh yeah,
Those twins. That's exactly.
with like
robot
cybernetic
eyes.
eyes. Yeah. He's really into Rob Zombie. Okay, so you can. This exists now. You know he's got all this internal machinery. He's more machine than man. Anybody can invoke this twice, and it's been fictionally established, which means Aurora, on your turn, would you like to use
Now
your
I
stunt?
can use. Yes, I would love to use my
Yes.
stunt.
What does
I'm
your
gonna-
stunt do?
I'm gonna hack his eyeballs. Because I was. It's because I was raised by robots. Once per session, I can hack robotics around me when I feel threatened.
So you have this natural talent to just like lash out and.
So I bring up again my really fancy not Apple Watch and I start typing on it as soon as I realize due to Quinn that this guy has robot parts, robotics. So do I need to roll for that?
I'm actually going to change the name of this aspect. The new aspect is called Mr. Roboto.
God damn it.
That's much better. So you just, because it's once per session, you just do it. What are you hacking? You can make him do any one thing, and basically, you'll get to use him for this action. So what is it? What do you want him to do as you like?
I'm gonna have him turn around and shoot himself.
Okay.
Can I do that? Turn around
Yeah.
and shoot himself in the head.
All right. So we'll have him attack himself. forcefully. So we see him like he takes a shot at Rex. Rex dodges and gets scorched, and then he's like you can see sparks kind of like blasting over him, and he grabs his wrist all like Doctor Strangelove style, and the gun is like coming up towards his face, and he's like, what's going on? And he's gonna try and blast himself. So let me roll that here. And he's got a forceful of 2. And then he's got to defend himself with the same roll, defending against shooting himself in the face. Okay. All right. So he shoots himself in the face. If you want to, you can invoke Mr. Roboto to make that a 4 if you want. You've still got 2 uses of it. I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it for him because it's free, right? You have free invokes.
I have a question. Can I also invoke Sparky the dog's defense mechanism to immediately go in and attack him when he sees me attacking?
Technically, this is it's sort of like his action, but I'll let you. Yeah, because he's shooting himself. So I can let you use his aspect if you want.
Okay, I'll use Mr. Roboto then.
All right. Okay, so we bump that up to a 4.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so he like no, and there's like a blast of light, and he grabs his face and he falls down on the ground. And he's been injured. He's got to account for 4. So I think I'm gonna give him a consequence. So this is a consequence is when you get wounded in this game, if you don't have strain like stress boxes to take those in. He's got 1 left. If I take that last stress, he'll basically have to concede the fight. Otherwise, he'll start taking like very intense wounds. So I'm going to give him a consequence. It'll be moderate, which means it'll stick around probably the next time you see him. So let's say shot in the face, I guess, is his. Okay. All right. So he's got a.
He loses one of his robo eyes.
Yeah. You've just mangled him horribly. So consequence, shot in the face. So when someone takes a consequence, it's essentially a negative aspect that other people can invoke against him as long as he has it. You guys will get these. You guys will get these later on in the game. But now, if someone is attacking him, if you can justify it, you can spend a fate point to invoke his shot in the face. He can't use it for himself because being shot in the face isn't good, doesn't help. It eventually will get better, but now he has this aspect of having shot himself in the face. So meanwhile, while all of this is going on, the space jackers, they are going to they're gonna shoot at Quinn now. So there's a little gang of them, a gang of 4.
They're shooting at me? I ran out of the way though. I'm undercover.
Yeah, but they can still find you. Like you didn't take any effort. You didn't take any effort to hide.
Wow. You
were too busy looking out for robot face.
There are 2 people now standing in the open, and they were like, "F it, let's get that guy."
I mean, Captain Slipknot did say, "Get that lizard." So
he did say that.
He did. You can't even argue about it. The bad
Put
guy
me in my place.
said,
You're absolutely right. The guy did say,
lizard.
"Get that lizard."
So they're gonna shoot.
And everybody hates a lizard. So shit.
So I have a question. If you use a stunt, that just means you can't use it, but you don't spend anything, right?
Right. Yeah. You basically like it's used for the session. You'll get it back later.
Okay.
Okay. So I've got a 1 on them attacking you. So they come running out and kind of spread out into the alley and start firing their laser weapons at you. So we get these like bright flashes of neon pink as the beams cut across the walls. They're trying to hit you, Quinn. How are you avoiding getting hurt, Quinn?
I would say that this would probably be either quick or careful. I'm dodging behind cover. So
yeah, it sounds like quickly to me. You're trying to dodge quick. Okay, so we're tied. I got lots of fate points, so I'm gonna use their one of their aspects. So I'll spend a fate point. So I bump mine up to 3. Do you want to use an aspect? You've got lots of stress boxes and stuff left, so.
No, I'm gonna say no because Quinn, having been a former space jacker, knows these people, and they're the ones he tried to save from the captain who was betraying all of them. And so he considers these people his friends still, which is why he doesn't want to fight them. And so rather than engage in some way or try to outdo them, he's just like trying not to get involved. And so he continues to maintain cover. So I'll take whatever stress I need to.
Okay, so you've got 2 stress to account for, which means you can either take a 2-point complication or a 2-point consequence, or you can fill in your 2-point stress box.
I'll do my 2-point stress.
Okay, yeah, because all the stress will go away at the end of the scene. So, okay, cool. The space jackers are done. Eugene, what are you doing?
Okay, so at this point, I'm just about stretched to my limits, guys. Like I've got bits on Rex, and Quinn is still holding on to most of my body. So I'm gonna have my little mouth pop up next to Rex and just say, "All right, well, you know what? You're gonna do what you want to do. Just don't get yourself killed, kid." And I let go, and I want to use. Well, okay. I want my body to fling by so fast that it slaps slaps the space jackers in the back of the head as it's like coming
Yeah,
back.
that's perfect. As you come whipping back, just like tendrils flailing.
Yeah.
You want to make an attack on the space jackers? Sure.
Yeah. I guess
yeah.
I don't know. Would it be clever? Because
you described it pretty cleverly. I think that makes sense.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll roll for them to defend. So they're forceful. They're gonna just like hide and take the hit. All right. So we're 2 and 2, unless you want to spend a point.
I only have one left though.
Yeah. If you tie on an attack, it means your attack doesn't connect strongly, but you'll get a boost. So it means that your next action you'll have an aspect you can use once to use it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be able to use something for free next time.
If you do nothing at all, there'll be an aspect called like slime slapped or something that you'll get to use on your next action if you want to, or on any subsequent
Is
action.
there any way you can call upon the aspects of like the bad neighborhood or something?
I mean, this is the thing. You get a free. There's still one free invoke of Battle Dog armor left.
That's true.
So maybe Sparky is helping you, or you can invoke any of your own aspects. Though yours are not necessarily engineered for fighting.
Okay, I'll take the boost.
Okay, all right. So you don't actually hurt them, but you get a boost. What do you want to call it?
I want to call it thwap.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you got thwap. You can use it. You can use it once and only you. That's why it's in green. I'll put it over by.
I'm the only one that can use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's for you, Eugene. Okay. Rex. Captain Slipknot has just for some reason shot himself in the face.
Yeah, Rex sees this and is going to take this opportunity to barrel at him at ridiculous shot-killing speeds. And attack him with a drop kick to the face. And I'm gonna compel Mr. Roboto and say that his senses are totally overloaded right now because he's just shot himself in the head.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. So go ahead and roll, and then you can use that.
Okay.
You can invoke Mr. You can use that Mr. Roboto.
All right, I got a 7.
All right. So he's gonna. I don't think he's in a position to try to like dodge. So he's just going to use his forceful to try to like put his arms up and block from getting hit. Okay, so I've got a 2. So I need 3 more. Do you want to? Well, let me decide first. I think he's going to give in. I think he's going to concede the fight. And so with concession, he can't. I have to concede before you roll. So he's got to take the hit. So the thing with concession, with giving in, is that before someone rolls, if you think they're going to hit you or you think they're going to take you out, you could be like, okay, I concede my part in the conflict. You'll get a fate point for conceding, and then you'll get fate points if you took consequences throughout the conflict. Basically, it's a way to recoup extra fate points if you think you're going to lose anyway. But you have to do it before you roll. So we rolled first, so he takes the hit. So I'm going to use a fate point to invoke Mr. Roboto because his systems are tough. He can take a hit. So that puts me up to 4, which is 1 wound. Do you wanna boost yours up again?
I was compelling Mr. Roboto so you could not defend though.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the thing. Like you can't stop him from defending, but you can make the hit harder with.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So Yeah, he tries to use his internal cybernetics to protect himself, but they're on the fritz, and they work as much against him as they do for him. And then you nail him for 3.
Maybe only like his left arm gets up in time or something because he got shot in the right side.
Yeah, I think he blocks his right arm and he goes to bring his left arm up, but it goes too fast and he punches himself in the head.
Oh wow!
And he staggers back as you kick him and you knock him to the ground.
Cool.
So he's got to absorb 3. So let me see if he takes all of the stress. Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna have to take a stress box and then 1 more consequence. And I'm just gonna take, this is a 1-point consequence and it's just stunned. Okay. All right. So now on his turn, do
I get an extra 2 for the rebuttal or no?
Yeah, that's where it came from. I spent 1, and then you spent 1, and it gave him.
That would have put me at 9 instead of 7, so he would take 5 damage, not 3.
What?
Okay, all right, then I'll have to spend another 1 to keep it going. I'm running out of fate points. Okay.
Oh no.
That's the plan.
He's getting pummeled, and well, it's funny because at the beginning of every scene I get 4 fate points, so it's okay. I don't have to worry about it. So you hammer into him, and he staggers back, and I think he looks up at you, and he puts his hand up, and you can see his eye like sparking. He's got this big like scar on his face, and he says, he's like, mercy, please. I have no fight with you. My score to settle is with the lizard man, and I'm gonna compel. And this is a great moment for Rex. I'm actually going to compel Quinn's aspect because everybody, even Rex, hates a lizard man. So Quinn, do you want to take that point?
Oh hell yeah! Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Boy, does he hate me.
Yeah.
Who,
so
me?
Rex, yeah, Rex.
Well, my aspect counters this. I don't accept. Compellingly heroic means that it doesn't matter. I'm a fucking hero.
God bless you, sir.
and I'm a wait, what? I'm a robot that has no emotions. So why would I hate him?
All I wanted was to compel Quinn. This is an event compel, and I guess it's sort of sideways in that like the point would kind of go to Rex, I think, in this case. Yeah. But basically I'm offering Rex a point to like acknowledge that everybody hates a lizard man. But you want to say no, Rex? You want to be like
no.
All right.
Do I lose a point? I lose.
You
a
will.
Point for that.
Yes, you'll lose a point. So
yeah.
All right,
that's fine. That's
so,
fine.
You're a good man.
Yeah. So he's like getting up, and how do we know that you're not going to betray Quinn? Like, what do we see when he's like, listen, just give me the lizard man. Let me like step aside. Let me go do this.
He says like he's only here for the lizard man, and Rex has just drop kicked him. So he's getting back up. He's on 1 knee, and Rex just kind of like removes his mask, and there's a big grin, and he says, problem with that is he's with me.
Nice. Okay. All right. I think Captain Slipknot realizes that he's outgunned, and he's going to leave his space jackers to their own affairs. And he reaches up onto his jacket and he like pulls a ripcord, and under the back of his jacket these little jets like turn on, and he's going to try to like fly away. So he's going to move the way we've had these fights just sort of in one zone right now, like right the alley. But he's going to move from the alley zone into the sky zone above the alley. And he's like flying away. Quinn, it's your turn. You see the like rocket boots go off as your former captain
rocket boots
tries to rocket off into the distance.
Is this where we can invoke like Battle Dog to grab his? Oh, it's Quinn.
I mean, yeah, Quinn and Aurora, you both have actions. So what do you want to do?
I mean, can your dog do anything to fly?
Well, I mean, if he's starting to take off, can't the dog like? I mean, 1, he can throw spikes at him, or 2, he can like chomp onto his feet or something as he's taking off.
I give you this turn to make that happen. You can go before me. I want to see this go down.
Oh God. Okay.
All right, so Aurora, describe what happens here.
I feel like Battle Sparky immediately sees he's already pinned this guy as bad guy, as a target he needs to terminate. So he immediately starts like running after the dog or after the guy to attack him. But as he starts to take off, instead I think he grabs onto his leg with his metal teeth and tries to keep him grounded.
So he's already moved from the alley. He's in a different zone
he's
now.
already
He's
in
already
space?
flying. He hasn't gotten away, but he's already moved from the ground to the sky. So Sparky can't just grab his leg. But
Okay, well then, I want him to try and the spikes that are on his tail. I want him to try and throw them at him.
all right, so you want to just attack him?
Yeah, I want to attack him.
Okay. All right. Sure. Go ahead and attack. And I think this is just straight up a forceful attack. There's no cleverness here. You're just firing rockets at this guy. Dog rockets.
I'd say forceful or quick. One of those two.
I think it's forceful for sure.
Okay. And just roll. Oh my god, what is wrong with my rolls?
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. 4.
Okay, maybe I'll get a 0.
Maybe you'll get a -1.
I've only got one.
Oh, no! No!
Okay, so unless you want to spend a ton of points here, you've got one free invoke for Battle Dog armor, and you actually do still have 2 points.
Yeah.
Do you wanna try to get up to that?
Do I get a bonus
5?
for the battle dog armor at all? Because I used it?
If you invoke it now, that 1 becomes a 3.
Okay.
That's still not enough, though.
Still
Yeah,
not-
I have 2 points I could technically use to
Sure.
get this guy down.
Yep.
Oh man.
Reroll.
I think I'm gonna try and re-roll. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to use Battle Dog armor to reroll?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
Go ahead and
I'll-
roll that forceful again.
Oh gosh.
All right. So you're at 3.
That's what I would have been at anyway.
Yeah. Same result. Now, do you want to spend a fate point? Do you have an aspect that you can invoke?
I mean, I can do the travel with the loyal companion, can't I?
You can
I'm there
invoke.
with
You can invoke Sparky because Sparky is your vector for this attack. You can also invoke Shot in the Face or Stunned.
Oh yeah. What does stun do though? What will that do?
Same thing. Basically, you treat them as things that you can invoke because he's stunned from getting kicked by Rex and he was shot in the face. So they're just disadvantages for him. They're consequences.
Okay. I think I'm gonna
give
do
you-
shot in the face.
Yeah.
And
okay.
and Sparky.
Okay. All right.
So-
So use up your last 2 fate points.
Yep. Rex and I are on a roll.
Okay. And so that puts you up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That puts you 2 above. And I think that's all he's got left. He doesn't have anything else that he can fill in. So when you get taken out, you can no longer act in the scene. Whoever takes you out narrates what happens to you. It should make sense based on how you got taken out. Maybe you run from the room or you get knocked unconscious. Aurora, what happens to Captain Slipknot? So we see him crouch down. He does the 3-point crouch and then flies off in his rockets. He's up in the air. Sparky turns their little robot head, targets them. We get the little locking on, and then rockets fly out of his tail, hit the guy.
Well, you see, I think what you see is you see me still on my watch, typing in some numbers. I'm not saying anything. I'm not it just looks like I'm fiddling with a bunch of buttons. And all of a sudden I think you see Sparky just make a running leap. And as he does, he spins, and that's when a giant spike shoots out of his tail and hits him in his eye he's already blasted.
Okay.
So-
All right. So you knock him unconscious. He's unconscious. Okay.
Ow.
So his rocket boots keep going. He gets hit in the face, takes the spike in the head.
Oh god.
And he just we see him just kind of like Team Rocket style, just blast off. He blows through the floor of the next level, blows up through it. A bunch of water comes down from the biodome above, and he disappears. And there's an explosion somewhere above you. He's not dead, but he's gone. He's out of the fight, unconscious.
He's Team Rocket. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely Team Rocket. Quinn, it is your turn.
I sort of shout to the oncoming pirates that are shooting at me to stop, that it's over. And I'm like, Bartouche, the captain's gone. You can stop now.
Okay.
One of them, by the way, is named Bartouche now, apparently.
Yeah, of
so.
course.
Yeah,
There you go.
I just thought that might be some kind of lizard curse.
No, his name's Bartouche.
Just
And
means
he's a good guy.
Means
Bartouche is a good guy.
Okay.
Is
He's
he?
he's a pirate. He's a pirate because his brother-in-law went out of business, and he's taking care of both his family and their family. It's tough out there. It's tough.
Okay. Yeah, and I think at this point, like, yeah, you don't have to roll. I think the rest of the space jackers are going to give in. They're gonna concede, and because they're separated from this guy who has this personal grudge against you, but you have a history with these jackers. I think that they put their hands up, and they're like, okay, Quinn, and Bartush personally is like, he steps forward, he lets his pistol drop to the ground, he puts his hands up, he's like, listen, we just, you know how Slipknot can be. And he kind of takes a step forward. And he's like he doesn't want you to take it personally. Like, he's like, this isn't personal. It's just business.
Quinn rises up from behind the barricade or whatever he was behind, and sort of stares at them. It's like, I know.
All right, cool. So I think that, like, there's water leaking down from the hole where this guy was. The fight is over. You're surrounded by this you've got this little group of space jackers that are with you. And we could see in the background the kind of ramshackle storefront of the hotel that you're going to meet your contact at. And so let's go to credits there, and we'll pick up at the Hotel Mulray next time we play. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Good stuff, everybody. Let's do some shout outs, and then we can go and record our little Patreon video right quick. Why don't you start, Dodger?
Hi everybody. I'm super excited about this show. This was so fun. You can find me at Dex Bonus on pretty much everything. I stream, I do YouTube, I do anime and gaming stuff, and I hope that you all enjoyed this. I'm just happy to be here. Cool. Sam, why don't you go next?
Sure. What's up, guys? That was really fun. I'm Sam. You can find me at twitch.tv/Strippin or at Strippin on Twitter. I stream every day around noon PST, playing some video games. We are making the best comic series ever. in the making. It's going to happen. Someone has to just illustrate the whole adventure one day. I can feel it already.
Awesome. Jesse, you want to go next?
Yeah, hi. Thank you, guys. This is a blast as always. I love doing these. And everything about me is on the screen as well, and I do the exact same thing these nerds do, but, sexier. And
True.
And that's really it. That's really all I got to say. I am excited to do more of these. This is a ton of fun. I love these things.
Pokket, your rebuttal?
I do the exact same thing as them as well. Only I don't lose to Bloodborne or Blood Bowl. Was it Bloodborne? Blood Bowl. Oh my god, I don't even know. I just failed so bad.
At least I could say it. All right. Two.
I tried and I failed. It's just like my rolls today have failed. This has been a really fun adventure, I think. This is the amount of creativity I think we can have has been my favorite so far. So thank you for having me on here. I look forward to more, and I stream every day but Saturday. So yeah, I don't even know. So I don't even know. My schedule's changing, so.
Cool. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. This has been the first episode of RollPlay Nebula Jazz. We'll be back next week with more. I hope you had a good time. If you want to check out what I'm up to when I'm not running RollPlay shows, you can find me on Twitter at Skinny Ghost, twitch.tv/Adam Koebel, and then just all up in this RollPlay space. So come on back on Tuesday for Court of Swords. And otherwise, we'll see everybody next week. Let's go talk about the episode, everybody.
Yeah.
See you later, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.